Good afternoon. I'm Kim Baez. News 13 has learned of more allegations of forgery on petitions to get people on the ballot for the upcoming state election. When we did some digging today, we found this may have been going on for years with no one ever knowing. News 13's Alex Goldsmith is in the Newsplex with what he found.
Kim, earlier this week we told you about 3 state Senate primary races here in Albuquerque where there are serious questions about the petitions candidates use to get on the ballot. Today we learned the problem isn't just an Albuquerque problem.
It's plain as day. Charlie Chavez and Johnny Pena's names and signatures on a nominating petition for Western New Mexico Democrat Charles Roundtree's candidacy for state Senate. Take a look at the affidavits Chavez and Pena filled out saying they didn't sign that petition. The signatures, even how the names are spelled, don't match up. And this Johnny Pena isn't just your average John. He's a former state rep and former mayor of Gallup.
They're willing to run for office, but they're not willing to spend a few hours of their time to go do the due diligence required to get on the ballot.
This isn't the only state Senate race we've seen forged signatures in. This week we went door to door talking to voters who told us they never signed a petition for state representative and Senate candidate Eleanor Chavez. In another Albuquerque race, there are similar accusations against Jacob Candelaria's campaign. Forgery isn't the only issue, though. Democrat Linda Lopez says her opponent in the primary, Jamai Haqqani, collected more than half of his signatures from voters who weren't allowed to sign. So who's supposed to be checking all of this? You might be surprised.
It's something we would absolutely do and be willing to do if the law required us to do that, which it doesn't.
Even though the Secretary of State and county clerks process the petitions, the job of checking falls to the candidates.
If a person is questioning the validity of the petition signatures, it's the onus therefore comes on them to file a petition in court and have those challenged.
So has this type of fraud been going on all along? Retiring State Senator Dee Feldman blames a recent trend of candidates paying people to collect signatures.
If you hire somebody who's not familiar with the area and is just doing it for the money, I think the danger arises.
Now, I spoke to Mr. Roundtree earlier today. He told me he was unaware of the allegations against his campaign and would have to look into it. Back to you, Kim.
Okay, thanks, Alex. Now, forging signatures on ballots is a 4th-degree felony in New Mexico, but charges being filed for this kind of fraud are rare.